Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Today I'm going to do something a little different than I usually don't do. We're going to do exercise, a raw or a survival exercise. I'm going to give you some basic information and you're going to evaluate yourself. This has come about because we are going to do an evaluation of our retreat group on August, second week in August. It will be, all of us in our individual group will be evaluating each member's family. Then what we'll do the second week of September is we'll have an outside group come in and evaluate our group, another survival group in the area that we are very close with and work together with. So this has stimulated me to think, hey, we can do the same thing on YouTube. So you can evaluate what you're doing and your preps. Now, first of all, I don't want you to freak out when you realize, hey, I'm not prepared at all. That's not the point of this. The point of this is to say, hey, I'm not prepared in these areas, I need to work on them. Or I'm really prepared in these areas, I'm doing good, I need to lay off those and switch focus. So this is not to get you scared, it's not to get you depressed and say, oh man, I'm so far behind, I'm just going to give up right now. I'm going to give you a worst case scenario. That way, the likelihood of this happening is so slim. But the likelihood of an ice storm knocking out power for 2 weeks, or a hurricane or a tornado is real, and people in the United States experience that all the time. So we're going to deal with the worst case scenario. If you can handle the worst case scenario or come close to handling it, no one truly can handle it, but if you feel more comfortable that you're doing all you can do, then so be it, and good for it. Alright, this is the scenario. China has just did a cyber attack against the United States at 1:31 p.m. this afternoon. They were trying to just send a message to the White House and to Congress about spending and trying to control our financial house because they are losing lots of money with the dollar falling. The exercise for them actually turned out worse. It had cascading effects. They first were just going to mess with the power grid, but by all the safeties we have in, the power grid has been taken down by a cyber attack. In so doing, they also went after financial interests. The markets in New York were also taken out, commodities market taken out, and no power in the United States. The nuclear power plants have had to go on backup cooling, and they are slowly taking down the nuclear power rods and trying to make sure they can keep those in a safe level. All the stores, Walmart, Lowe's, all the big stores, department stores, they have had to close. They are controlled by computers to do the checkouts, and they have no power. So they have closed. All major stores are closed. This is not an EMP, so all your vehicles are working. The cell phone service is very, very spotty. Most of it is out. The limited amount of cell phone now is just being jammed up, everyone trying to get on. So we have really technically no cell phones. The internet has been taken out also, cascading effects. So you're sitting there, be it your house or your home, you have no way to communicate with your loved ones. Your kids could be at school, your kids could be at work, your relatives in other states, there's no way to communicate. So what are you going to do? You have 24 hours before the mass amount of sheeple wake up and realize that something is very wrong. There are spotty emergency broadcasts on AM radios. The government is putting out very, very limited information. This is the scenario that I want you to figure out. What am I going to do? I have a short period of time. Do I have time to go to the store? 95% of the stores are not open. The only ones that are open are small mom and pop stores located in small communities, and they are trying to help their patrons that have supported them. So hopefully you've supported some small businesses and they know you by face, so they're going to let you in the door to make that last minute purchase. No one is accepting credit cards. No one is accepting debit cards because there's no way of running it. So cash is king right now. Somebody might accept your check if they know you and you've been a good partner in their business with them. So you have a limited amount of money on hand. What do you have at the house cash-wise? Maybe change. Break the kids' piggy banks open. See what you have to work with. No electricity is compounding the problem. It'll be hard to get gas from the gas station because their pumps are down. I will be doing part 2 tomorrow. What I want you to do is immediately write down things. What am I going to do? Or you might immediately know deficiencies. If you're in the country and you're on a well, power is off, guess what? You have no running water. If you're in the city, they have pressurized tanks because of gravity high up. So at this point, you have water, but how long will it last? These are some things to think about. You have till tomorrow to write down on a piece of paper, what am I doing right now? Do I have any deficiencies that are just jumping out at me? What you put into this exercise, you will get out of this exercise. So get a piece of paper down and write down. You don't have to do anything, but write down, all right, I'm going to immediately do this, A, B, and C. Tomorrow I'll give you some more information to tell you more information about the scenario so you can figure out more or plan accordingly. I hope you have some alternate means of communication with your friends. You might have a retreat group, but guess what? You have no CB, you have no ham radio, and you're spread out 10, 15 miles apart. What is your plan? If you have nothing on paper right now, everybody's just going to be totally confused. So this is what I'm trying to stimulate. I'm trying to stimulate your thinking. Worst case, probably won't happen worst case, but if it does, are you prepared? Write it down on paper. What you put into this exercise, you'll get out of this exercise. Thanks for watching.